I'm bearing spoilers. Okay, so the only really interesting spoilers that have come about are about, you guessed it, Ziva. The first item on the docket comes to us from Fancast. It says, in the episode Dead Air, which is the next one, the NCIS team's investigation will require Ziva to disappear undercover as, wait for it, herself. Quote, she'll have to be the old Ziva, a Mossad liaison, to make her way into a group of suspected domestic terrorists, end quote, the source tells Fancast. Sounds pretty good, right? Ziva channeling her relatively batter-ass former self? I'm curious as to how pretending to be a Mossad liaison will make the terrorist warm up to her any better. Guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Now, I mentioned back in my review of Worst Nightmare about the argument about how much Ziva's changed. I don't really think there's any question that her character's evolved. The argument is more about the degree to which the character's changed, and where she falls on the badass factor. This is honestly interesting me, because I'm really excited to see if there's a noticeable change between when she's undercover and the rest of the episode. Okay, and second and final. I know, only 2 things. Okay, this one comes to us from Ozzyello. Says, Ziva's about to get a major rival. Israeli actress/model, and I apologize, Saray Gravity has just been cast in November's Sweeps arc as Layat, a Mossad liaison charged with keeping Ziva's dad out of harm's way. Before long, Ziva with a Z is feeling replaced both professionally and personally, so she does what any smart, self-confident, tough chick would. She has a knockdown, drag-out fight with the new her. May the biggest badass win. Since Ziva's gone and got herself a new pseudo-daddy, maybe Eli David went and got himself a new pseudo-badass daughter. You know, I kind of wonder if Ozzyello means if she's feeling like she's been replaced by her dad or by NCIS. Because the first time I read it, I thought it was like the NCIS team was ignoring Ziva, or just generally, you know, Daddy kind of replaced her. Because I think that if the team like replaced her, that she'd be like, that would be upsetting to her, but Daddy replacing her wouldn't be as upsetting because their relationship's not so good right now. So I'm gonna admit Ozzyello's kind of always seemed a little nasty in my book, but I absolutely love the way he words this. Because of course the most logical thing to do is to go engage a replacement in a fight. I mean, sometimes I just go down to my old places of employment and just start punching people in the face. Now, off the top of my head, I remember 2 chick fights that she was a part of. The first one was in Shalom and the second one was in Jetlag. And both times these occurred, it wasn't because Ziva's ego was hurting. It was because these chicks were bad. They were evil. So I'm super curious to see exactly what circumstances really lead to this fight. Is she really just like, I've had enough of this girl, it's time for me to just kick some ass? Or is, you know, Layat evil? I'm also curious as to where it takes place. Is it just someplace random? Because for some reason I'm picturing it in the bullpen with Miggy and Tony filming it. Yeah, I'm gonna stake my claim on that prediction.